Hi, I'm Zoriana Kitt, reporting on behalf of Regal Entertainment Group, and I'm here to talk about an upcoming movie called The Host with world-famous author Stephenie Meyer. So tell us a little bit about this novel and why you thought it would make a great movie.
Well, I don't know that I ever thought of The Host as a movie. It's a very internal novel in that two of the main characters exist in one brain and have a lot of private conversations. The basic premise of the story is there's been a kind of body snatcher style invasion. We lost, humans are basically gone. There's a few left fighting, and this story is about one of those humans that's stayed human after the invasion, and now she's been caught. And an alien is placed in her body, and she doesn't disappear. And so she and the alien, who at first, are enemies, end up working together.
Well, the casting of the Twilight Saga, those movies, the casting was such a crucial part of bringing the films to life. So let's talk about the casting for The Host. The actors playing Melanie and Jared, do you feel that they sort of embodied the spirit of what you had envisioned?
Absolutely. Originally, these characters are a little bit older. And so I was picturing people more in their, late 20s and early 30s. And then Saoirse Ronan was interested in doing it, and you don't say no to that. She was so great in Hannah. That was the movie that we're kind of like, this girl can do this. And so we went with Saoirse and kind of built around her, and she's amazing. We were worried, the main worry when we were putting this movie together was, how are you going to find an actress who can pull this off? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work. You have to play two characters in one body. Who's gonna make this work for us? And she was just perfect. And once we had her, it was like, okay, this is all gonna fall together. Then we got Max and Jake, which were really great complements for the dual sides of her personality. And they work really well together. The three of them are great.
So this is a shift for you away from the vampire genre into sci-fi. Was that a big jump?
It was sci-fi is what I loved growing up. And so for me, that was, I didn't read vampire novels. I still don't think I've read vampire novels. So for me, science fiction is a more natural place.
Well, coincidentally, we asked a lot of our fans on Facebook and Twitter if they had any questions for you. And naturally, we had a lot. Cool. And one of the questions was, who are your sci-fi inspirations?
Well, my favorite author is Orson Scott Card. And for the reason why I love him so much is because he takes these fantastic situations that couldn't really happen, and then the people in them act so humanly that you think it feels real, because yes, that's how I would act if this happened. If that happened, absolutely, that is the human response that makes the most sense to me. So for me, there's such human stories, and that's what interests me in science fiction and fantasy both, is finding the real human feeling in the center of it.
The other question that we heard again and again is there going to be a sequel to this? It seems like it's set up for that, but could it also even be perhaps a trilogy?
The plan was a trilogy. That's what I'm trying to work on now. It's a really slow process when you're jumping away from it. For me, one of the things that takes the most time is getting back into the world of the novel to start writing again. And I'm pretty quick when I can stay in the world, but every time I get pulled off, it's another 2 weeks of kind of re-immersing yourself before you can write a word. So it's a very slow process.
So your grand plan is to have a trilogy of books?
Sometime this century, yes.
And right now you're in the midst of writing the second one? So then are you thinking of what the sequel film might look like?
A little bit. That's actually one of the difficulties in writing when you have the characters already cast and you sort of have a second cast of faces. You have to really push that out to be able to get back into the core of who the characters are. But there is that thing, like every now and then you stop and think, oh wow, Saoirse's going to have to do this.
Well, listen, on behalf of Regal Entertainment Group, I wanted to thank Stephenie Meyer for being here with us today. Really great. And you can catch The Host at any Regal Theater nationwide when it opens March 29th, 2013. And for your chance to win a trip to the Los Angeles premiere of The Host, courtesy of Open Road and Regal Entertainment Group, visit regmovies.com.